Hey everybody, hope you're doing good. Today I'm going to do a review on this foundation. I have it in ST02, which is the second lightest, obviously, and I have ST04. I did not get sent the whole 14 shades. I bought these with my own money, just so you know, and the second lightest shade is too light even when my skin is its palest. And the third lightest shade looked like really yellow, so I didn't even want to bother with it. Now, ST04 is too dark for me even when I'm pretty tan. I got back from Hawaii, so I'm pretty tan, for me anyway, and it's too dark. So, I'm mixing these, and it seemed to be perfect if I mixed the same parts, equal parts of each of them. So, that's what I will do. So anyway, this is just going to be a review and demonstration of how I apply this and what my thoughts are. So I'm just going to pull back my hair here and get started. I'll let you get a good look at my skin before. So I'm going to change the setting. Hold on. Okie dokie. So I am going to be using a primer. My skin is pretty oily and acne prone. So the newest one that I have is by Cover FX, and it's called Clear Prep. It has salicylic acid in it, and it's supposed to mattify your face. Now, I already have applied, like, my skin's totally clean, applied moisturizer, which is Eucerin Q10, the cream. So I'm going to apply some of this. Just little dots of it on my face. Primer, you usually want to go with the lightest application possible because it has a lot of silicones in it. And that just tends to make your skin, like if you get too much, it'll make your skin kind of look more oily, and sometimes the foundation won't actually like sink in, it'll kind of more slip off, so it's a lot of reasons why. So as you can see, my skin isn't doing the greatest, but it's actually doing a lot better than it had been. I was using some products that were drying it out a lot, and so I had to put a ton of like moisture on it to counteract, and just all of that havoc. Well, all of those things were wreaking havoc on my skin. So once I quit using that product, my skin's been going back to normal. So that's very exciting for me because it's like I was using the products to try to get my skin better, but it turned it was making my skin worse. So anyway, especially if you do use a primer and maybe you don't want to put it all over your face, definitely do at least the T-zone. That's obviously where you tend to get more oily, and also sometimes your pores will be larger there as well, and the primer helps to fill in pores. So I'm going to let that sit for a second, and for the foundation, I'm just going to use pretty much the same method that I use for my Revlon Color Stay. I still love Color Stay. It's amazing. It's just really hard to get off, which is pretty much the only reason why I'm trying other foundations. And the color is nice, but it's a little bit too muted. I mean, it doesn't really have enough color to it. It's a little dead looking, the color that matches me the best. So I'm just going to be using my Graftobian palette, which I got from Camera Ready Cosmetics, I believe, and my little spatula as well, just to mix the foundation since I'm using two shades. Then to apply it, I'm going to use a damp sponge. This is from Ulta, just their generic brand, and I just get it really wet, squeeze it out, dry it off a little bit with a towel, and it's perfect for applying foundation. So now I'm going to be using the first color, which is ST02. Shake it up. Okay, now I'm going to try to get a little bit out, because a lot of times it's easy to get too much, and I don't need too much. The stuff, literally, a little bit goes a long way. Usually that doesn't ring true for me with most things, even though people say that that's how it is, but for me, like, I really only need a little bit of this stuff. So a little tiny dot of that one, because I can always add more, and a little tiny dot of the shade of 4. Okay, so spatula time, mixing that up. Ooh, squeaky noise. So if anything, the shades tend to be a little bit on the yellow side, definitely not on the pink side at all. At least the lighter shades. I haven't tried the darker ones. So anyway, I've just got a tiny bit of that on my palette here. I'll probably add more if I need it, but at this point, this might be enough. So I just usually start on my chin and just pat this in, baby. And then I'll move up, just basically concentrating on my problem areas, and then the rest of the space of my face, I'll just kind of blend it out. So there's an even coat, but not like really thick everywhere. So coverage-wise, I'd say this is about like medium to full. It's not quite as full as Color Stay, I don't think. Kind of depends on how you apply it, but if you apply more of it, it doesn't look as good as Color Stay does. You know, if you want to get the same coverage as Color Stay, it doesn't look as good if you apply too much. So, I'm going to get some more on my palette now. Okay. So, I don't think I've had any problems with this, like, breakout-wise so far, but I've only worn it, like, probably twice or 3 times, so I don't really know for sure yet. But I will keep using it and see what happens. So, once I've got kind of a sheer layer all over my face, I'm going to go back in with some more and just really kind of touch up on areas that need more coverage. So, like right here, where I used to get a ton of breakouts, and now it's lessening. Yay! Okay, so, if you can see that, pretty much matches my neck like perfectly. So, that's one of my goals. Oops, I forgot I need some over there. Oh well. So yeah, like I said, it's kind of more yellow tone, but it's not like really yellow that it makes me look sallow. I don't think. My lighting in here is a little bit funky. If you disagree with that. So, but yeah, it's really close to my skin. It's very natural looking. I mean, it doesn't really look, it honestly doesn't even look like I have anything on my face, which is really, really amazing. Yeah, so I mean, at this point, I probably would put on a little bit of concealer just to touch up where I have like blemishes, but I would not go I wouldn't have to use very much at all because it really covers pretty well. And if I'm in a hurry, I wouldn't even bother with concealer because I'm not that worried about it in the first place. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on it, and I would probably set it with a little bit of powder of some kind. I could probably just use like Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. That's what I've been using because it's really soft and natural looking. But you can use something that's mattifying if you're worried about oil. I haven't really tried it with this primer yet, so I'll kind of let you know later on, and you know how that controlled the oil underneath this foundation. So anyway, yeah. So far it's really nice. I like it. Very natural. Like my sister could not stop complimenting me on my skin, and usually she doesn't do that. So I was like, wow, it must look pretty good. So anyway, that's my review. The price is like, I think it's $16.95, and usually you can find some kind of a deal that are either give you free shipping or 15% off, or I don't know, something like that. So pretty good deal, I think, for it. It's definitely, like, I would say it's better than Makeup Forever HD. I got rid of mine a while ago because it kept breaking me out. So but yeah, I'd say it's better, and obviously better for the price as well. So if you can find a shade that'll fit you, sweet, and let me know what you guys think. See you later. Bye.